Okay.
Hi everyone, my name is Lila. I would like to tell you about an experience that I had 35 years ago. I was just found out that I had a very bad disease and I was pregnant with my second child. And they had to terminate the pregnancy and also put me on very high masses of a drug called prednisone. At first I didn't think anything was wrong, but I noticed that I was starting to hear voices in my head that was telling me, read the Bible. So I started to read the Bible, and for the first time that I could recall, I knew that Bible frontwards and backwards, inside and out. I understood everything in it. And I started to prophesy to my family. I had my husband on his hands and knees to pray with him. And my husband was so nervous that he had called my parents over. And all of a sudden, I remember I stood up on one of my chairs in the living room, and I was talking in all these different languages. I don't know what I was saying, mumbo jumbo. And I remember took my hands and was acting like, the part in The Exorcist where the girl has the crucifix and she's jutting it into her vagina. Well, I was mimicking that motion. And I remember my mother saying to my father, "Oh my God, Johnny, she's possessed." And then my husband called up the doctor immediately, and they told my husband to put sleeping pills into a glass of anything that I would drink to calm me down and get me out so they could take me to the hospital. I was like a raving lunatic, screaming, crying, no. And then he finally got the orange juice in me with the pills, and I could feel myself slowly getting more and more tired. And I said to him, you Judas, how could you do this to me? And then I woke up in the hospital, and all different psychiatrists and doctors were coming to see what was going on with me. And my fingernails had blood stains in them. And it was just like a really wild phenomenon. And I had to stay in the hospital for 6 months in the psychiatric ward. And I couldn't tell day from night. And yesterday was the day before. And I used to put my husband brought me a fruit bowl, and I used to put the fruit in my drawer and put my socks in the fruit bowl. And then they would I would say I'm making tea, and then I would make the tea, and they'd be all happy, and then I would take the cups and empty them all out, have nothing in them. I used to drive people crazy. And so then my husband would come, my brother and my son, and he would say,
Okay.
And he would say, did you eat? And I said, no. I said, because this man over here is eating all my food. Well, my husband became furious, and he went over to the man. He started yelling, what are you doing, eating my wife's food? She needs her nutrition. And he said, hey, man, slow it down. Remember where your wife is. She's in a psychiatric unit. Her food is up there. And then my husband said, oh, I'm so sorry. And I was laughing because even then I thought it was funny. And I just had so many different experiences. And I'm going to say goodbye for now. And I'm going to come back in a little while. So tune in because there's many more to hear. And a lot of it is very funny. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey guys, thanks for listening. This is Anthony Arcanum, and we're going to sign off for now, but we will be back with part 2. Several more stories of what may have been a possession. We don't know. It has all the signs and symptoms of a possession, but it turned out okay in the end through very strong faith in God. And that's pretty much it. Very strong faith in God, all right? Bye, guys.